Okay. Hi guys. It's Kiari. I have two stories of advice that I was given recently that I'd like to share. One of them, this is going to distract me. One of them, I went to Soup Plantation the other day. I went to Soup. Too many everything. It's okay. Me and you right now. Okay. I went to Soup Plantation the other day with my grandpa, my grandma, and my dad. And, apologies. Okay. I went to Soup Plantation. And on the way home, we went my grandpa was in the back seat with me, and he was giving my dad directions of how to drive. And, he was giving him different directions than he gave him on the way there. And then he turns to me and he says, I know I'm an old person and I'm supposed to be stuck in my ways, but I always try to do things differently. And I just thought that was really neat because a lot of times we get stuck in routines and we just kind of end up doing the same thing each day. And I feel like the more similar your days are and the more similar your actions are, the less we remember, because less is unique. But if you just try to switch it up a little bit or just try to do things in different ways, like I feel like it makes for a fuller life, or you're just taking in a lot more and remembering more. And I don't know, and I just thought it was also just really neat that he said that. So yeah, I try to live by that as well. Second thing, I was talking to another friend who's really artistic and really creative, and recently I've been going through some issues, like creative blocks a little bit. People are very important to me, and I've always, like, almost everything I've made has been connected to some sort of friend or something or whatever. It's just like I kind of get my motivation and my inspiration from people, and just, like, I like making things for people, like, because I'd rather give than just, like, make something random. I don't know, like, it gives it more meaning for me, and I just like having, like, a direction of, like, what I'm applying myself to or whatever. And, but yeah, I kind of lost some of that recently, and so that's been kind of getting to me a little bit, as far as, like, it's just harder for me to make things. And so I was talking to her, and she was saying how she had a similar experience, that in high school, when she was taking her art class, she was really into it, and she was always making things, and she was very much inspired by her art teacher, who would give her lots of positive feedback and inspiration, motivation, and all these things. And that's kind of like what kept her making everything. And then when she went into college, when she didn't have that teacher anymore, it just kind of felt not empty, but just, like, harder to, like, you lost your muse or your source of inspiration in a way. And she said, like, at first she thought, like, oh, I don't want to do art anymore, and oh, like it was just really depressing. But what turned it around is she started, she said, just take each day and designate 1 hour each day just to do something creative, even if you're not, like, feeling it or whatever. Just, like, even if it means just taking a piece of paper and just making lines, however, on it, just to, like, get yourself to keep making things. And it's just a matter of having the discipline to keep going, I guess. And then eventually it starts to, it just gets easier, and you start relying more on yourself than on other people to, like, turn that switch, because it's always all been a part of you. Like, you are the person that's making these things. You don't necessarily have to have these other people to, like, pull these idea explosions, creations out of you. Like, you can do it. It's just a matter of doing it, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm trying to live by that and just like keep doing my thing. What else? Speaking of creations, I recently made a website for Blueberry Gamer. It's called BluBerryGames.com, and I like it. Like, in a lot, it's really cute. Pretty minimalistic, but it has everything that I want to share, as far as like a link to the channels and a link to most of the games that I've made. And I'll keep adding to that. But yeah, and that was another thing too. I've been wanting to make a website for like months, and then been like stressing about it, like, oh, I gotta make a website. And I spent so much time thinking about like that I have to make it instead of just doing it. Like, when I actually started doing it, I finished it in like 2 days. And I was like, I've been trying to make this for months, and it only took 2 days to make it. Why didn't I do it earlier? It's just, again, like, just a matter of just do it. So that'll be the thing for you guys for today, is just like think of something that you've been wanting to do and just do it. It's not as hard as you make it out to be. But yeah. Alright, okay. See you guys.